Chapter 14, Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Sanhita, 2023. Jurisdiction of the Criminal Courts in Inquiries and Trials. 197. Ordinary place of inquiry and trial. Every offence shall ordinarily be inquired into and tried by a court within whose local jurisdiction it was committed. 198. Place of inquiry or trial. A. When it is uncertain in which of several local areas an offence was committed, or B. Where an offence is committed partly in one local area and partly in another, or C. Where an offence is a continuing one, and continues to be committed in more local areas than one, or D. Where it consists of several acts done in different local areas. It may be inquired into or tried by a court having jurisdiction over any of such local areas. 199. Offence triable where act is done or consequence ensues. When an act is an offence by reason of anything which has been done and of a consequence which has ensued. The offence may be inquired into or tried by a court within whose local jurisdiction such thing has been done or such consequence has ensued. 200. Place of trial where act is an offence by reason of relation to other offence. When an act is an offence by reason of its relation to any other act which is also an offence or which would be an offence if the doer were capable of committing an offence. The first mentioned offence may be inquired into or tried by a court within whose local jurisdiction either act was done. 201. Place of trial in case of certain offences. 1. Any offence of dacoity, or of dacoity with murder, of belonging to a gang of dacoits, or of escaping from custody, may be inquired into or tried by a court within whose local jurisdiction the offence was committed or the accused person is found. 2. Any offence of kidnapping or abduction of a person may be inquired into or tried by a court within whose local jurisdiction the person was kidnapped or abducted or was conveyed or concealed or detained. 3. Any offence of theft, extortion or robbery may be inquired into or tried by a court within whose local jurisdiction the offence was committed or the stolen property which is the subject of the offence was possessed by any person committing it or by any person who received or retained such property knowing or having reason to believe it to be stolen property. 4. Any offence of criminal misappropriation or of criminal breach of trust may be inquired into or tried by a court within whose local jurisdiction the offence was committed or any part of a property which is the subject of the offence was received or retained, or was required to be returned or accounted for, by the accused person. 5. Any offence which includes the possession of stolen property may be inquired into or tried by a court within whose local jurisdiction the offence was committed or the stolen property was possessed by any person who received or retained it knowing or having reason to believe it to be stolen property. 202. Offences committed by means of electronic communications, letters, etc. 1. Any offence which includes cheating, may, if the deception is practiced by means of electronic communications or letters or telecommunication messages, be inquired into or tried by any court within whose local jurisdiction such electronic communications or letters or messages were sent or were received. And any offense of cheating and dishonestly inducing delivery of property may be inquired into or tried by a court within whose local jurisdiction the property was delivered by the person deceived by, was received by the accused person. 2. Any offense punishable under Section 82 of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2023 may be inquired into or tried by a court within whose local jurisdiction the offense was committed or the offender last resided with his or her spouse by the first marriage, or the wife by the first marriage has taken up permanent residence after the commission of the offense. 203. Offense committed on journey or voyage. When an offense is committed whilst the person by or against whom, or the thing in respect of which, the offense is committed is in the course of performing a journey or voyage, the offense may be inquired into or tried by a court through or into whose local jurisdiction that person or thing passed in the course of that journey or voyage. 204. Place of trial for offences triable together. Where a. The offences committed by any person are such that he may be charged with, and tried at one trial for, each such offence by virtue of the provisions of Section 242, Section 243 or Section 244. Or b. The offence or offences committed by several persons are such that they may be charged with and tried together by virtue of the provisions of Section 246. The offences may be inquired into or tried by any court competent to inquire into or try any of the offences. 205. Power to order cases to be tried in different sessions divisions. Notwithstanding anything contained in the preceding provisions of this chapter, the state government may direct that any case or class of cases committed for trial in any district may be tried in any sessions division, provided that such direction is not repugnant to any direction previously issued by the High Court or the Supreme Court under the Constitution, or under this Sanhita or any other law for the time being in force. 206. High Court to decide, in case of doubt, district where inquiry or trial shall take place. Where two or more courts have taken cognizance of the same offense and a question arises as to which of them ought to inquire into or try that offense, the question shall be decided. A. If the courts are subordinate to the same High Court, by that High Court. B. If the courts are not subordinate to the same High Court, by the High Court within the local limits of whose appellate criminal jurisdiction the proceedings were first commenced, and thereupon all other proceedings in respect of that offense shall be discontinued. 207. Power to issue summons or warrant for offense committed beyond local jurisdiction. 1. When a magistrate of the first class sees reason to believe that any person within his local jurisdiction has committed outside such jurisdiction, whether within or outside India, an offense which cannot, under the provisions of sections 197 to 205, both inclusive, or any other law for the time being in force, be inquired into or tried within such jurisdiction but is under any law for the time being in force triable in India. Such magistrate may inquire into the offence as if it had been committed within such local jurisdiction and compel such person in the manner herein before provided to appear before him, and send such person to the magistrate having jurisdiction to inquire into or try such offence, or, if such offence is not punishable with death or imprisonment for life and such person is ready and willing to give bail to the satisfaction of the magistrate acting under this section, take a bond or bail bond for his appearance before the magistrate having such jurisdiction. 2. When there are more magistrates than one having such jurisdiction and the magistrate acting under this section cannot satisfy himself as to the magistrate to or before whom such person should be sent or bound to appear, the case shall be reported for the orders of the High Court. 208. Offence committed outside India. When an offence is committed outside India, a. by a citizen of India, whether on the high seas or elsewhere, or b. by a person, not being such citizen, on any ship or aircraft registered in India, he may be dealt with in respect of such offence as if it had been committed at any place within India at which he may be found or where the offence is registered in India, provided that, notwithstanding anything in any of the preceding sections of this chapter, no such offence shall be inquired into or tried in India except with the previous sanction of the central government. 209. Receipt of evidence relating to offences committed outside India. When any offence alleged to have been committed in a territory outside India is being inquired into or tried under the provisions of Section 208, the central government may, if it thinks fit, direct that copies of depositions made or exhibits produced, either in physical form or in electronic form, before a judicial officer in or for that territory or before a diplomatic or consular representative of India in or for that territory shall be received as evidence by the court holding such inquiry or trial in any case in which such court might issue a commission for taking evidence as to the matters to which such depositions or exhibits relate.